Hey, I'm Thor Challgren. On this episode of Every Day a New Thought, I'm starting something a little different. We're going to do a four-part exploration of the Don Miguel Ruiz book, The Four Agreements. Today, we're talking about the first agreement. Welcome to Every Day a New Thought. I'm Thor Challgren, and today we're going to try something a little different. I'm going to start a four-part series that's based on the Don Miguel Ruiz book, The Four Agreements. You probably have heard of this. It's one of those books that everyone's either heard of, they've read before, or maybe it's been a while, and it's a fairly simple book to read. So I highly recommend that if you haven't read it, pick it up. You'll get a lot out of it. In this series, the four parts, I'm going to cover the four agreements, and then in the fifth final video, I'll talk about how to live the four agreements. So this is my summary, but again, read the book for yourself. I think you'll get a lot out of it. The backstory, the idea of the book is that Don Miguel Ruiz describes the Toltec wisdom. This is mystic from his ancestors of wisdom of how to live life. And the main idea that he talks about that leads to why we should consider living our life by these four agreements is that he says that during our, and this is his term, domestication. So he's referring to our childhood, like how we learn how to live in the world. He says that our parents and our siblings give us their opinions about us without even thinking. Like they say, this is how you should live your life. And, you know, if you imagine a child growing up, that's what you're getting, right? Everyone's telling you, oh no, this is how you live your life. So it's your parents, your siblings, your family, society. So we grow up believing these opinions. And as Don Miguel Ruiz says, we now live our life in fear over all of these opinions. So that basically our life has been shaped by getting along in the world by all of these people who say, this is how you must live. So the four agreements are really a way of looking at all of that and saying, no, this is how you should live. And today we're going to start with the first agreement, which is really simple, which is be impeccable with your word. And impeccable, as he describes it, means without sin, meaning a sin is anything that you do that goes against yourself. So what he's saying is don't use your word against yourself. So when you're impeccable, a couple things that means. You take responsibility for your actions and you do not blame or judge yourself. So the whole concept of sin then changes from, it's not a moral or religious precept, but it's something that you do that's common sense. Like you're not going to say things bad about yourself and you're not going to say things bad about others. As Don Miguel Ruiz says, self-rejection is the biggest sin that you can commit. And that means that when you use your words against yourself, you say negative things about yourself, you think negative things about yourself, that is self-rejection. So this can play out in a couple of ways. You can use your word against others, and he describes things like gossiping or criticizing other people. And he says if you take that in yourself, like people are with you and they're gossiping about others, he describes that as poison that you're bringing into yourself, and it's changing how you view the world and how you view yourself. So his first point is no gossiping, no partaking and criticizing of others. The second way is when you use that word against yourself, self-criticism. So saying bad things about yourself, negative things. So I want to close with words of Don Miguel Ruiz where he describes this one agreement. Here's what he says. Just this one agreement can change your whole life. Impeccability of the word can lead you to personal freedom, to huge success and abundance, and it can take away all fear and transform it into joy and love. Now, joy, love, success, abundance, I don't know who wouldn't want that. The first step, as he says, be impeccable with your word. Tomorrow's agreement, the next episode, don't take anything personally. Thank you so much for watching the show today. I really appreciate you being here. I know you're going to want to listen to tomorrow's episode. So like this episode, and when you subscribe to the show, all of these episodes will automatically appear in your YouTube feed. So thank you so much for watching today. I'll see you tomorrow when we don't take anything personally, right?